What's up, guys? FISHBRIX85 here, and what we got going on for you today is a do-it-yourself video. And for this project, you're going to need a pair of needle nose pliers or wire cutters. I think wire cutters might be better for this project, but as long as it's got this right here, these are what I have on hand, so this is what I'm going to use for the project. It'll work just fine. A soldering gun, of course, some lead-free rosin core. You can pick this up at Harbor Freight or any hardware store. Price ranges probably about $3 or $4. Then you're going to need some string, twine, thread. In this case, I'm using thread, but you know, you can use twine or really any kind of string. Kite string works really well. So whatever you have on hand will work. And some jumbo-sized paper clips. And what we're going to be making is some grappling hooks for 3-inch, 4-inch, or even 6-inch action figures. So right now I'm getting ready to show you guys how to do that. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is take your paper clip and bend it like that. So you have these two ends, these hooks here, where it kind of rounds off. That's going to be the grappling hook part. Here's one I already broke, if you guys can see that. And then you're going to want to keep at least one of these twisted ends on the end here, because we're actually going to loop that around, and that's going to make the loop that you're going to put your rope through or your string through, so that way you can have the rope part of the grappling hook. So what you're going to want to do is maybe stretch that out a little bit like that. Take your wire cutters or your pliers, come down here, maybe that should open a little bit more, and then you're going to want to cut it probably right about there is good. And you're going to cut that off, discard that little piece there. Now you have a good little hook going for your grappling hook, one of the 3 prongs that you're going to be using. And then from there, probably going to want to cut it off right about here probably. If you guys can see that, it's going to be right about there. You're going to snap that off. You're going to end up with a piece that looks like that. And then you're going to want to make another one like that. So we'll take this other piece here, we'll stretch that out a little bit. You can use your other piece as a guideline, so you can hold it there like that to make sure you come up with 2 equally cut pieces so they come out the same size, which is going to be right about there. You're going to clip that off, and then you're going to clip the end. They may not come out perfect, but they will come out close to the same, as you can see there. There's 2 of the pieces for your action figure grappling hook. So now we're going to set those aside, and what we're going to end up doing next is, like I said, we're going to end up breaking one of these ends off here. You're going to want to keep this little loop part for this 3rd prong, pry that out a little bit. Once again, you're probably going to want to use one of these as a guideline, just so you kind of know where to cut off at. So I'm going to roughly say right about, let's see, roughly, if I can get my pliers in there, I'm going to have to pry it out a little bit more. Okay, this is why I prefer wire cutters. It is easier than the pliers, but bring it in right about, I'm going to safely say right about there. That's kind of a rough estimate, but I think it's close enough. Okay, and then on this 3rd piece, we're going to want to keep this, and the reason for that is we're going to loop this around. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab it here, we're going to loop it around, and then we're going to grab it by the end here and just kind of bend it in, and that's actually pretty good. And boom, there you go. That's where your string's gonna go, and then you're gonna hold it here get this other piece going here. And then we're going to end up soldering it. Now, boys and girls, don't try this at home without the help of your mom and dad. Get mom or dad to help you, because soldering irons are very hot and you can burn yourself. But as you can see, this one isn't exactly perfect. Honestly, I prefer using two. I prefer these ends over these wider ends, just because I feel like this makes a better grappling. The width on it's a little bit better, but I'm just doing this because you can get more out of just one paper clip this way. Otherwise, you're going to be using more paper clips, but that's really up to you. I think it's a little bit better just to go ahead and waste the extra paper clips. You know, you can pick up a pack of paper clips at the dollar store, so I say take the time and do it right. But if you want to get more grappling hooks out of more of the paper clips, then you can use the two ends either way. But what we're going to do now is we're going to end up soldering this, and it's going to become one solid piece, and then we'll cut some string and attach it, and I'll show you what it's going to look like when it's all said and done. So now we're going to get ready for the soldering part. Okay guys, so I did end up adding one more element to this, and I have a purpose for doing that. This is totally optional, not something you have to do, but I find that it might actually make the process a little bit easier. And this is also for you kids out there. If you guys don't have access to a soldering gun, or you just don't want to go out and purchase one, or you don't have adult supervision available to be able to, you know, adults can't help you, but you want to really make this, another option besides soldering is actually electrical tape or scotch tape. You can use either one. And what you're going to end up with is you're going to end up with this right here, which looks like a little grappling hook. Now, the thing I don't like about it is the prongs. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to mess it up. I got them where I want them. But the prongs will actually be movable. It won't be solid like an actual grappling hook. They will be movable. You can always put them in the position you want them in, but to me that's kind of annoying. And I'm also putting the tape to hold it there in place while I actually do the soldering. So I'm going to grab a hold of it with my pliers because it will get hot and it will burn your fingers. So now I'm going to hold that there. I'm going to bring over my gun. And there's a couple ways I could go about doing this. Now I can either just try to kind of like tap this in there and heat it and get it to hold the metal together. Or you can also actually stretch this out. Let's see here. Stretch this out, and you can actually cut a piece about yay long, and you can kind of just wrap it around, and then take the soldering gun and actually you know, hit the heat and get it all together, and then take the tape off and add a little bit more, so that way you end up with one solid metal piece. Which I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that right now exactly, if I'm going to wrap this or if I'm just going to try to tap some in there. So I'll figure that out real quick, and then I'll show you guys further what to do. So as you guys can see, I actually went with the wraparound technique, just so I can kind of try to get in there and get these prongs to hold together. So let's see if I can. Alright, let's see. I'm just kind of afraid that one of these prongs didn't connect, and if I end up taking off the tape, I'm afraid that that piece is going to fall off. So I'm going to try to get in here a little bit better and see if I can just make sure they're all three connected. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that down for a minute. I'm going to try putting this right here like this. Hopefully I can get it to kind of hold in one place. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay. And then I'm going to come in here like this. That's looking pretty good. So now we'll go ahead and do that. I'm just going to take a closer look at it here. Now I'm going to see about unwrapping this tape. Kind of just pulling the tape down really. Taking it off. Okay. Now we can that's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and stretch this out. Cut another little piece off here. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to kind of wrap it around here. And now I'm going to hold this here. Okay, that's looking really good actually. So there you guys can see it. See what I kind of did with it there. And there you have a little grappling hook for your action figures. Now I do have actually another one that I made over here. This one didn't come out too well. It's a little off. I didn't like the way I wasn't able to balance out the prongs. They're not exactly even the way I would prefer. This one was actually the best one I've done so far. I'll show you guys this one. And there it is with the actual string. And then I'm actually going to show you what it's like to use these with the action figures as well. But this is a cool little do-it-yourself. You can do this at home yourself. You know, it's just a cool little fun project. Perfect for your action figures. If you're looking for a grappling hook, I really suggest you try this. Thanks for watching. FISHBRIX85. You know what it is. And like I said, we're not quite done yet. I'm going to show you how this works with the action figures. Okay, I wanted to show you guys I have a 4-inch figure here and a 3-inch figure here. Just they're about the same size, but you know, just a G.I. Joe figure and a Robin figure that I have. Unfortunately, I don't have a 6-inch figure on hand, but I am going to show you guys how this grappling hook is going to look. So here's the Robin figure holding the grappling hook, and you can see it's like a really good size for him. And it actually, I think it looks pretty cool. Sitting here looking at it on camera right now, I gotta say it looks pretty cool. And next I'm going to show you the usefulness of it, that if I actually take him and hang him from it, it will actually hold his weight, and he will actually be able to scale a wall or just hang from somewhere up high. It's actually really cool. I'm going to show you guys right now. Here you can see the grappling hook connected to the cinder block. We run over and we come down here, And we see Robin scaling the wall. So as you can see, these grappling hooks actually do work. They will actually hold the weight of the figure. And all around, I think they're just pretty cool. Now here I am using 2 of the grappling hooks that I made. You can see we got Batman hanging down. We got Robin hanging down here. As you can see, they totally hold the weight. They grapple great. I first made one of these grappling hooks when I was a kid, and I just remember how handy it came because I was always looking for a grappling hook, and it just didn't seem like they really made one. If they did, they were plastic, and you know, I just wanted a real metal grappling hook for my figures. So I figured out how to make one of these when I was a kid, and it made a great addition to my action figure collection. It was a very useful tool. I found myself using it all the time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a do-it-yourself video. I hope you guys will make some of these and use them for your action figure collection. This is FISHBRIX85. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, give it a like, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next one. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, Batman! And if you guys don't feel like doing it yourself and you don't want to make one of these but you would like to have one, you can email me at FISHBRIX, FISHBRIX85 at gmail.com, and I can ship these out to you. I sell them for fairly cheap. So if you guys are interested, just send me an email and I'll get that underway for you. I'll make it myself and I'll send it to you. It'll be a handmade grappling hook to add to your action figure collection. Thanks for watching, guys.